Hello everyone, my name is Anjali Rasale. I am going to present working capital. Meaning, working capital is a short. Working capital is the money available to meet your current short-term obligation. To make sure your working capital work for your need to calculate your current level, project your future need and consider way to make sure your away have cash. Definition: working capital indicates the liquidity level of business of managing day-to-day expenses and covers inventory, cash, account payable, account receivable, and short-term debts. It is a indicator of the short-term finance position of an organization and also a measure of its overall efficiency. Concept of working capital. There are two concepts of working capital: gross working capital, net working capital. Gross working capital, it is the capital that is invested in the current asset of the economy. Current assets are those assets which in the ordinary course of business can be converted into a cash within a short term period of normally one account year. Example for current asset: cash in hand and bank balance, bill receivable, sundry debtors, short-term loan and advance, inventory of stock as raw material, work in progress, storage and spares, finished goods, temporary investment of surplus fund, prepaid expenses, accurate investment, etc. Net working capital. In a narrow sense of term, net working capital refers to the excess of current asset over current liability. Calculate net working capital: current asset minus current liability. Example for current liability: bills payable, sundry creditors or account payable, accurate or outstanding expenses, short-term loan, advance and deposit, dividends payable, bank overdraft, provision for taxation, it if does not amount of appropriation for profit, etc. Need or objective of working capital: the purchase of raw material, components and spares, to pay wage and salary, to ensure day-to-day expenses and overhead costs such as the fuel, power and office expenses, etc. To meet the selling costs such as packing, advertisement, etc. To providing credit facility to customer, to maintain the inventory of raw material, work in progress, stock and finished goods, etc. Classified of the working capital: on the basis of concept, on the basis of time. On the basis of time, working capital may be classified as: first, permanent of fixed working capital, regular minimum level of current asset, circulation of current asset for cash to inventory, and reserve for future contingencies. B. Temporary or variable working capital. It is the amount of working capital which is required to meet the seasonal demand and some special exigencies. Sources of working capital: short term and long term, permanent and temporary, fixed and variable. First, share, debenture, public deposit, long loan and financial instrument, retain earner funds. It is the long term and permanent. Commercial bank, indigenous bankers, trade creditors, installment creditors, installment creditors, advance, account receivable. It is a short term and temporary. Conclusion of working capital. Working capital it is the specific buffer against risk as it is special rules during a crisis and can serve as a good forecasting indicators about future economy. Problem it is the economy. It if a whole business environment notice higher level of working capital and it is components like cash, inventory and account receivable. Thank you.